Hello and welcome to update 17.7 on Warframe. Now, as the previous ones, we'll cover each category individually, and I'll go about them pretty simply, in point form. To make this video a little faster, I'll sync everything with my voice a bit, so sorry if the information is a little bit slower this time. It's to make sure I get this out to you as fast as possible. Okay, first up, we'll do additions. So a lot of stuff's been added to this game. Even though it's not a major update, it's kind of treated like one with so much stuff put inside of it. There's a lot of changes and a lot of stuff being added. First up, we'll speak about the elephant in the room, Atlas. Atlas is more of a kind of a hybrid between an offensive and a tank, similar to what Excalibur's kind of been, except he's a little more in your face. With his abilities, both striking offensive and defensive, he's a pretty simple choice. Maybe a lot of other people who don't really use abilities a whole lot will cater to him a bit better. That's my idea on him. Only time will tell. If he's even endgame or not, we don't know. We'll find out. We also, with that, the J-League Golem boss fight, which will drop. Both said Atlas. Now onto weapons. First up, we got the Spira. In the past, in the PC, people didn't like this knife throwers because they had trouble with accuracy. It wasn't actually 100%. Now, I didn't get to try them yet. They're still cooking in my foundry. I'll answer that question in a future showcase. Next weapon, we got the Kavaz. I think that's how it's pronounced. The new, fourth Arcwing weapon. With this, we have a little bit of everything now. A sword, a scythe, a hammer, and some fist weapons. A little bit of everything. Is it the best? No clue. Just got it. Can't answer that question just yet. Another day. Next weapon is the Techo, I believe it's pronounced. These strange weapons that are showcased with Atlas are the new fist weapons. Well, how do I describe it? No, go away, Ortis. Always making this more difficult than it should be. Fist weapons. They hit fast, not very powerful. Some people like that, some people don't. I'm not sure if these ones are better or not. Now, the Sonic Core. This strange crossbow wrist-mounted weapon. Very strange. It does only impact damage and has no status build whatsoever, because it's 0%. Yep, 0. Seen a lot of weird weapons with zeros on them, but this is the first one with status. Can't say if it's good or bad. Heads or tails, don't know. We'll find out. Moving up from that, we got the promising weapon, the Convetrix, I believe it's pronounced. The Convetrix is a strange weapon. It's a beam that fires either in a V shape or straight ahead like any other beam. Good for crowd control. Now, this gun does look promising, but then again, it's subjected to my first look at it. I did not see any builds yet. I did not spoiled it for myself. I do a first look, see it's a good status build. But anyway, moving on from that is the Pantherda, or the Pendra. I can't pronounce this weapon properly. But it's the improvement on the Imperator, supposedly. Hopefully that is the case. Moving on from that, we got also new enemy health locations. You can change that in options. Or if it's already set, then enjoy. Also, we have the return of the Boar Shotgun. It'll be dropped by the enemies on Uranus, I believe. That tiles, underwater tile set, I think. I'll confirm that later. We also have new Arcwing missions. We have added defense and mobile defense missions to Arcwing, which is nice. More keeping that place fresh. On top of that, we got new Corpus enemies. Now, these guys have a lot of different names, do a lot of different effects, but chances are they'll block one of your Warframe abilities. Whether that be your first, fourth, or multiple abilities. They come in many different shapes and forms and names. So go out there and fight them. Now also we have the Valkyr Pre-Corpus skin. Now this will be available on console shortly, and it's only available 14 days when it arrives. Next we have the Mantis. New new dropship. You can either buy it for 150 plat or find it through rare crates. Now we also got the rare the arcane button in Foundry. And you push R3, it'll take you to this nice little neat menu, which holds all your arcanes. Nice and fat. And also we have a other new quest, other than the main one for Atlas, which is A Man of Few Words, featuring Clem and Darvo. Pretty simple little quest. You get the Exos adapter as reward. Now on to Warframe changes. We all know how the changes are. Some are good, some are bad. But nonetheless, let's get started. The first Warframe change, well, the overall change, is duration. Duration mods are affected by toggled abilities. So a mod that increases duration by 100% will change your energy drain from 10 to 5 energy per second. Pretty major across all Warframes, to be honest. Speaking of which, this affects many things. So Chroma's Spectral Scream will now drain 3 energy per second. Chroma's Elemental Ward is affected by range mods instead of strength mods. Ember's World on Fire now drains 3 energy per second and the timer is removed completely. Nice. Equinox's 4th ability, Energy Drain, has been changed from 5 energy a second to 3.5 energy a second. Also nice. On top of that, we got Equinox's 2nd ability, its range has been doubled. Nyx's Chaos is no longer has a cooldown and it can be recasted repeatedly. And the minimum energy cost of ability cannot go beneath 25%, though we may already knew this one. Mesa's Peacemaker roots her in place while creating a ring around the HUD, showing where enemies can be walking and be shot. Okay, Valkyr's Rip Line increased vertical lift and speed while being cheaper if used in rapid succession, and will also soft lock onto enemies. Valkyr's Hysteria can now be toggled on and off. Valkyr's new passive ability has a 50% chance to knockdown recovery speed and no heavy landings. And next up we got Equinox's final ability. When overhealing, it will now restore shields with it. For switching forms of Equinox now has a 1-second delay. Mag's Pull now requires a clear view of the target to properly use, so you can't use it behind around corners and through walls. And Nyx's Psychic Bolts now has a chance to do a radiation proc. Pretty good. With the Warframe changes now done, we'll go into the plane changes, which is not related to any Warframe in general. It's more or less changes to the game itself. Starting with this. Quest reminders will now only play once per login. Attack speed mods will now affect finisher animation speed, for melee finishers that is. Fire rate mods reduce time between bursts on burst fire weapons. More specifically guns. Waypoints will now display the name of highlighted item, whether it be mods or resources. Players can now view how their mods affect their Warframe abilities, and how to do this is to push the View Stats button in the arsenal. The Underworld tile set has been expanded to include spy missions now. There's now a new Orkan Derelict mobile defense. Caches has been added to Hive missions. The Volok gun fire rate has been decreased from 0.5 to 0.15 seconds. And the accuracy has also been increased to 100. Alright, there wasn't too many nerfs in there, and the ones that were there are pretty minor. But now we go to Conclave. Those who love Conclave, I feel for you this update. There's going to be a couple things that's going to down you right now. First off, we'll talk about what's been added. The Amphris, the Torpedo, Obex, the Vacor Heck, the Ankrios, and all dual weapons and all machete weapons have been added to Conclave. On top of that, we got Trinity, Nova, Loki, and Banshee has also been added. Not sure how Banshee really works, gotta find that out later. Now, damage on all non-dagger melee weapons has been reduced. All of them. That sucks. There's a new Corpus map called the Corpus Core Original. Now, there's also an alert system that grants temporary buffs throughout the Match. Sorry I don't have any more information on this. I didn't get to look into it too quickly. You reduce experience from Cephalon capture from 5,000 to 2,000. How unfortunate. The ground slam's radius has been reduced on the heat sword, dual heat swords, and the Dexdacra. The burst in series has been reduced damage. However, the Colstar, Penta, Angstrom has all been buffed. The bullet jump the bullet jump itself's distance has been decreased. The pretty much a soft lock for melee weapons, the auto target angle has been reduced. Oberon's smite ability has also been reduced in damage. And Nyx will now drop the Cephalon when using her Zor ability and capture Cephalon. So that's unfortunate what happened in Conclave here. A lot of decreases in damage there, a lot of debuffs. But let's go on to fixes. So fixes this time around, there's a lot of minor ones, but let's go over some of the important ones here. First up, a good one. They fixed a lot of attribution floor buttons not changing to blue when stepped on. So dropping on and off the buttons during hectic situation is not a good thing, so let's hope that's fixed. Next, they have fixed Volt's shield, giving all projectiles only a 70-meter range. That would be nice. That is fixed, hopefully. Next, the Arsenal UI not properly displaying the rate of fire for burst fire weapons. I never had this problem, but if others did, it's nice it's fixed. Next, they fixed an issue with the camera being stuck inside the player's head. Well, maybe. They always said they claim they always fix that one, but who knows. And that is it. Thank you for watching if you watched this far, and I'll cover next update, which will probably be update 18 when it comes here. Till then, take care.